Yo, what is going on, guys? In this video, I want to go ahead and talk to you about the biggest thing in Madden that separates a average player to a competitive player, and that is pocket presence. The ability to step up into the pocket and maneuver to where even if you do get sacked, you're taking a very short loss as opposed to somebody that is utilizing an actual drop back and stuff along those lines. So, let me go ahead and get right into it. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to be focusing on any specific route combinations. I'm not going to be specific any defenses. I want you guys just to pay attention to the pocket. Now, first thing I want to show you is your standard drop back. So in this case, I'm Seattle, I'm Russell Wilson. I'm running a play out of the gun bunch tight end, and just watch his drop back. You'll see his general drop back will put him from about the 35 or so, 36-yard line back to about the 40 if I let the computer control it. You see how he gets to the 40-yard line? That is just the general drop back. Now, if you leave your player on that drop back, there's a good chance something as simple as a QB contain can block shed really quick and sack you. The thing that pro players do that your average player doesn't do is they cancel the drop back. It's a must in competitive Madden. Whether it's blitzes, whether it's people utilizing shed abilities to generate quick pressure up the middle, you have to go ahead and cancel that drop back because A, it's going to allow you to step up in the pocket quicker, a lot more clean, but also it's going to allow you that ability to escape out of the pocket up the middle. When you take a general drop back or just the standard drop back that's in the game, even with escape artist, it's typically really difficult to start cutting up into the center of the pocket and then finding, escape way. You know, it's just generally difficult. Even with the Lamars, the Vicks of the world, if you aren't good at your pocket presence, you'll constantly run into sacks. You'll run into people that are block shedding, and generally it's just a very difficult thing to deal with. But I'm going to show you two different ways to cancel the drop back. One that is good and it's the old school way of canceling it, one that's been used for years, and then I'm going to show you one that kind of became a little bit popular this year. That is better. It's definitely better than the old school way. Now, the old school way of stopping the drop back was before you even hike the ball, you were holding the analog stick one way or the other. It could be left, it could be right, but you are generally just taking that quick sidestep either direction instead of back. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. So you see right here, I'm able to stop that drop back, and I'm able to cut it about 3 yards short, right? So if we go to the instant replay, you'll see that by me just holding the analog stick to the right or to the left, I get a one-step drop back, and then I'm there. So you can see I'm essentially saving myself a potential 3 yard loss right here. And this is exactly the reason why you do cancel it. If you get shedded instantly, like you saw right there, there's nothing you can do. So instead of me losing all those yards, I'm essentially losing from the snap of the ball, right? I'm losing 3, maybe 4 yards, as opposed to the 8, 9, 10 yards. So the other way to do it, and the way that I want you guys to start practicing, is if you were to go ahead and hike the ball, you want to hold up. You want to hold the left analog stick directly up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tap the left trigger. So as soon as you get the ball, you're just going to you can basically spam it, right? You're just going to tap left trigger, and what you'll notice is you're not going to move at all. Now, as you can see, I'm going to show you the difference in that right there. So previously, the auto drop back, when I got the ball, I was at the 40 with the auto drop back. With the holding left or right, where you're basically at is about the 36-yard line, right? Now, with me holding directly up, you can see I pick up an additional 2 yards almost from where I can get sacked. So with that simple little tip, a quick block shed, anything like that, that is going to sack me, instead of it being an 8, 9, 10 yard loss, like it would be if we snap the ball and got sacked at the 40, right? Because we go from 30 to 40. If you hold left or right, you're snapping the ball, you're getting sacked for a 6, 5, 6 yard loss, maybe 7. But with this one, we're getting sacked and we are losing, as you see, say they call it down right here, we're losing less than 5 yards. We're losing 4 yards, 3 yards. Like they got a throw forward sack animation, and we basically got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard. So something as simple as that is not talked about. It's not the sexiest tip that you guys are going to see anywhere, but it opens up the game for you. Now, say your opponent is one of these players that they're doing all sorts of adjustments, right? They're rushing just 2, 3 people, right? They're doing something like that, right? To where you need to go ahead and pick up sheds, or you need to escape up out of the pocket. So once again, you start spamming that. Now you have full range to get up out of there with your quarterback. Now, I spied the defensive tackle, which obviously was not the smartest thing to do for that scenario. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Audible into 2-man under, right? Simple 2-man under. We're going to zone out one of the players. Generally, with something like this, you would be able to find a running lane, but you see how I'm able to get in directly up the middle of that pocket and I'm not getting shedded? Pay attention to that, because that is key, especially if you're utilizing escape artist, which is what the majority of people are doing. So you see right away, I get shedded, right? Like Kenny Clark sheds me instantly, basically. But the fact that I am not starting my, escape from the 40, or even I'm not starting it from, say, the 36, 37, or 37, I guess, right? I'm getting this. My first instinct is I'm essentially climbing the pocket by tapping left trigger and holding up. So now, even though I do get shedded, I'm able to find the little running lane, and I turn what could be a loss of yards, an easy sack, into a 10-yard gain. And it's something that simple, that effective, but you don't see it out there anywhere tip-wise because it's not the sexy thing to do. But I promise you, if you master this tactic, you will win more games. I guarantee it. So hopefully you guys like the video. Hopefully you like the tip. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm dropping tips daily. No longer am I waiting 1-2 weeks before I drop my next tip. I'm dropping tips on here daily. I'm trying to drop things that you guys have not seen or you don't have public knowledge of. I'm trying to get you guys better. Do me a favor. Support the channel. Thank you, guys.